Just keep in mind, employers, when employees become frustrated, they feel like they might not be making enough money because you're not paying them enough, you may or may not get robbed. So,
may or may not.
I've changed the names in this story to protect the guilty. Because I know the person who was helping me that day is going to one day see this and go, this dirtbag. Okay.
Red Bull kicked in.
We're going to say the guy's name was Chris.
We're going to call you Panda.
Panda! Okay, so now, one day, me and Chris were sitting in the back of the shop. It was like 10 o'clock. We were trying to close up our pizza joint.
Bored out of their mind.
Bored out of our minds. Sitting back there smoking cigarettes, doing what lazy employees do. Not cleaning up or anything. And I proposed to Chris.
You did?
I said, Chris, how much money do you make? And he said, man, I make like probably $12 an hour. And I told him I was only making like $8 at the time. And I said, hey, dude, we should do something that could generate us more money. And so we thought about selling drugs. He knew a lot of...
That's a great idea.
He knew a lot of people that did drugs. And then I proposed. I said, listen, dude. I go, this would work if I could trust you. I got to be able to trust you. I got to be able to know that you're not going to say a single thing to anyone, that you're going to keep your mouth shut, even when you're under pressure.
Selling drugs requires trust?
Robbing somebody requires trust.
Robbing people requires trust.
Okay, keep in mind, now Chris was the manager, so Chris had access to the safe. Chris had access to all the money and the deposits that were sitting inside of the safe. So I knew I had to get Chris on my side.
So a manager who already has trust requires trust to be able to rob a place.
I had to know that Chris was going to keep his mouth shut. Because, hey, let's say the job went south. I had to know that Chris wasn't going to say anything.
Okay.
So I chopped it up with him. I said, look, dude, I got to be able to rely on you and trust in you. We've made it this far. It was like probably a year that we've worked for this pizza joint. And I said, hey, I got to know that I can trust you. He's like, hey, man, yeah, you know what's up. I got your back.
Y'all are admirable employees.
So I said, listen, okay, you have access to the safe. And that's when his eyes got all big. He said, hey, man, I can't do that. I said, shut up. You said you were going to do this. And then I said, you have access to the safe. Typically, the two managers before our shift never, ever make the deposits. Now, what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to, the day before, gather the money out of the safe and take it over to the bank. Two managers before us were flat out lazy. They would never take the money over to the bank. Why? I don't know. Great question.
Pizza Hut really had great employees.
They said it was Pizza Hut. Maybe it was Little Caesars. Maybe it was Domino's.
Pizza!
So I told them, I said, listen, if we can get the money from those deposits and deposit ours in to the safe, they would assume that the two managers prior to us would have been the ones to steal it.
Why did they make you the manager? Because
that's
you,
what I
you
tried.
made the deposits.
I know, I would have tried. Listen, exactly. If you would have been paying me more, everything would have been just fine. Okay, so.
More money would have prevented more problems.
Exactly. Just pay people what they're worth. Okay, so he said he needed to go home and think about it. I said, all right, dude, whatever. Go home, think about it. No harm, no foul. 2 weeks goes by. He hits a hard time in life, which I knew would come. Everybody hits a struggle. He hits a hard patch in life and he needs some money. I said, look, dude, all we have to do
is rob people.
Take the money out of the safe and run. He said, we can't do that. I said, listen, dude, you need the money. I need the money. Let's just do this. And he said, okay, this is how it's going to go down. Obviously, they have cameras inside the store. So what are you going to do to prevent people from seeing that you're robbing the case?
Wear a mask.
No. So we went to the camera. Okay, we checked the cassette. This is how dumb this store was. They didn't have anyone recording the store.
No, really?
Dude, it was bad. It was absolutely bad.
That like that happens in movies. That's not real.
Oh, it's real, 100%.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm dead serious. So we went over to the camera. We looked at the side of the cassette. No cassettes anywhere. So there was a camera, but nothing was ever being recorded. Ever.
Wow.
So then he said, okay, the other managers to the store would always leave their safe keys there. Now the safe, when you would put in the key, it would record time, date, and who would open up the safe.
Wait, so there's no tape recording, and they leave the keys to the safe at the store?
Yes!
Wow. You had some
See, every manager
real
was
brains
supposed to
there.
take their keys home with them every night. But the two prior to this never did.
So no
They would all be-
deposits, no keys.
No, they leave the deposits. They would never take it, and then they would leave the keys.
Yeah.
Their keys to the safe. So anybody could have picked up that key, put it in, used that manager's code, opened up the safe.
Man, they have quite the pool of employees to fish from.
Oh, they hired the best
That's
of the
where
best.
I'm gonna grab from. when
Okay,
I hire.
so the day came. So now the safe will also have a malfunction within itself. So if you would leave the door just barely open, the safe alarm would never be triggered.
Oh my word.
But if it was left all the way open, the safe alarm would be triggered and it would just start beeping, beep, 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 beep. So what we did was that entire shift, we used another manager's set of keys. I mean, the manager, used somebody else's set of keys, okay? And then when it came time, after everyone would leave, we cracked open the safe, right? So the alarm wouldn't be tripped, right? We waited until the last driver finally left. There was nobody else in the store. We cracked open that safe, grabbed out the deposit bags.
And took him to the bank.
No! No!
No, we didn't do the right thing.
Of course not. Why would we?
Because we wanted to buy pizza.
Okay, so there we were. Okay, we have 2 deposit bags from the 2 nights prior. Okay, now we did it right. We did it on the 2 highest profitable days. We did it. There was a deposit bag in there for Friday and a deposit bag in there for Saturday.
Oh my word. Big money nights. Because
Oh,
I like to order pizza on Friday and Saturday night because I'm really hungry and lazy.
Yes, we can tell you're really hungry.
Yeah.
So, back up. So, it was on a Sunday night. We shut down, everybody closed, pulled the deposit bags out, right? I'm high as a kite. Can I just stop there and put the disclaimer in? I was not in my rightful mind. I'm just saying. I was not all there.
He was eating cotton candy, children. It's fine. He was high on sugar. It was okay.
So, we pull the bags out of the safe, right? He hands them over to me. I walk into the bathroom. I don't know why I walked into the bathroom. Don't ask me.
It's because of the cassette tapes, right?
Don't ask me. So I walk into the bathroom, okay? We'll just call it that poop money. So I'm going through. So this is how we orchestrated it. We wanted both parties to be carrying the same amount of weight. So he was the manager. He was the one opening up the safe. So it was my responsibility, okay, to divide the money up properly, 50-50. But I was the one who was, now listen to this, I was the one who had to be the one to dispose of the checks and the deposit bags.
Wait, why did you have to get rid of the garbage?
Because he was the manager on duty. He was the one that had the code and the keys. So equal responsibility.
Wait, you made the plan. How is that not equal? That is not equality.
100% equality.
That is
Okay.
not equality.
Okay, so there we were.
Pizza.
Pizza! So I go in there. I separate the money, okay? There was a lot of checks, deposit bags. I rolled all the deposit bags up, put them inside my pant pocket, and the checks into my other pant pocket, okay?
I'm still confused. Why are you hiding in the bathroom when there's nobody else in the building and no cassettes recording?
I'm telling you, I was high as a kite.
On cotton candy.
Whatever. Okay, so I divided the money up. There was about $2,000 for me and $2,000 for him in cash. So I walk out, stack of money, slapped it down, said, here's your half, and here's my half. Okay?
Whack. That's what $2,000 feels like.
Straight to the face. Okay, so we leave. Big old grins on our face. He's smiling from ear to ear. I'm smiling from ear to ear. We look each other in the eye and we say these words exactly. Keep your mouth shut. No harm, no foul. Because we knew Monday was going to come and then the cat is going to be lifted right out of the bag.
Because y'all were so trustworthy. You'd proven that. Real trustworthy.
Okay, so that night, there was a girl that I was dating at the time.
Not me. Wasn't me.
We'll call her Stephanie, okay? So Stephanie had a baby's daddy, and, you know, they shared a car. Well, anyway, she took possession of the car. Baby's daddy had a key to the car, which I didn't know baby's daddy had a key to the car. So one of Stephanie's friends calls me up. I get home with Stephanie's car. One of Stephanie's friends calls me up and says, hey, how you doing? I'm like, oh, you know, doing good. Now, keep in mind, the checks and the deposit bags were inside my pants that I rolled up and put underneath the driver's seat of the car. So Stephanie's friend calls me up and says, hey, you know, how's it going? How's life? Oh, you know, everything's good, yada, 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 yada. I'm talking to her. 20 minutes later goes by, and then she says to me, hey, why don't you go look outside? So I take a little scoot on outside, and I see the car's missing. With the deposit bags and the checks. 100% proof this idiot right here
couldn't breathe.
This idiot right here was the guilty one. So, there I am. Butthole puckered up real tight. And I'm losing it because all I can see is, oh no, they're calling the cops. Right? I'm done. That's it. Story's over.
Oh my word, you're
so
done.
I call up Stephanie, and I'm just yelling and screaming at Stephanie. Stephanie looks, and that guy, the dude that you used to be with, he came over and he took the car, and she's like, yeah, so what? Big deal. I'm like, no, I need the car back. My stuff is inside of the car. And she's like, what does it matter? I go, no, I want my amp, I want my speakers, I want my CD player, I want my stuff out of the car. And I have a pair of pants in there that are kind of important. Well, anyways, so she's like, I really don't care. He needs to have his car. I said, I need my stuff. I just want my stuff. Just get my stuff.
I would imagine the volume probably wasn't quite at that level.
No, it wasn't. It escalated. And escalated. And escalated. I could just say I just got loud.
Volcano. Probably.
Okay, so there we're at, right? I'm telling her, hey, I just want my stuff. Just get the car back so I can get my stuff back. She gets a hold of the guy.
Baby daddy.
Tells baby daddy, hey, bring the car back.
Give me back my stuff.
Dude just wants his stuff. So he gets all of my stuff out, including the pants that were underneath the seat. Now, keep in mind, Stephanie worked for the same pizza company that I did.
Really?
So, baby daddy shows up, pulls up in the car to her house. Me and her didn't live together. Remember, 18, 19 years old. You know, just a girlfriend at the time. So, baby daddy pulls up to her house, right? He starts emptying out the car. Gets the speakers, get the amp, get the CD player, pulls out the pants. She takes my stuff into her house. Now, Stephanie worked for the same pizza company, and her mom worked for the same pizza company.
This is like a serious case of traveling pants.
So the pants have all of the evidence.
Right.
Okay? Now, Stephanie gets hold of the pants, I'm on the phone with her, telling her, hey, just put all my stuff away. Just put it off to the side. I'll come over and I'll pick it up.
Wait, wait. I got confused. Why aren't you at the house where the pants are? Where are you?
I was at my house.
Oh my word! You must have been panicking over the phone.
Oh, I was wigging out. You have no idea. I was wigging out. I thought, man, all she's gonna do is call the police, and I'm done. Case closed, problem solved, mystery no longer a mystery. So I tell her, hey, don't worry about it, because she asked, why are the pants so heavy? Don't worry about it. As soon as she said, hey, why are the pants so heavy? She reaches into the pants pocket.
No. You should have just told her you really like starch.
Listen, what are you doing reaching into another man's pant pocket? It's like a woman's purse. You don't get inside of a man's pants pocket.
No. You get in my purse all the time because you like to eat my gum. You could have had gum in your pocket.
Maybe there was lint.
Candy!
So,
Pizza!
So, she reaches her hand deep in there, pulls out the deposit bag, and flat out says out loud, where her mom can hear, why do you have the pizza deposit bag?
Because I was gonna make a late night deposit.
I made a late night deposit, that was for sure. At that moment, I lost it. I started saying everything that I possibly could, every derogatory term, and I started wigging out. I said, you need to confiscate that car. You need to come get me right now. Okay?
Because you had the right to make demands.
I was making all the demands. Whatever. I was not the mastermind. I was being heavily influenced by other people.
Heavenly influence.
Heavily influenced by the drugs. Okay, so there I was, right? Wigging out, butthole is even tighter. So I'm on the phone with her and I'm telling her, hey, you need to make sure your mom's not going to say worse. So she goes over to her mom and says, hey, mom, did you hear anything? Her mom was already drunk. Huh? Did I hear what? I hear anything.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was a really good impression of a drunk
Did you like
person.
that?
Yeah.
So her mom was already wasted. Her mom didn't hear her say anything
I hear
about
nothing.
the deposit bag. So she gets in the car, kicks baby daddy out of the car, boom, runs over, picks me up. Okay.
Wait. I gotta make a note on this.
What?
You must have been something special at 18 or 19 years old if she kicked baby daddy out to come and grab some guy who just robbed from some pizza place and put the deposit bags in a pair of pants and totally just railed at her while high and told her to come over and pick you up. I'm just saying.
She wasn't the brightest one of the bunch. She wasn't.
You must have been
She
some
wasn't.
kind of catch even at that point.
I had a lot of hair. I had a lot more hair than what I do now. A lot. So she picks me up, right?
The hair was...
I get inside of the car and I said, hey, I need those pants. So she hands them over to me and then she starts asking, why do you have a deposit bag? I said, don't worry about it. Just drive over here to this field.
Don't think
And she goes,
about
why are we driving over to the field? I said, because I got to start a fire. She goes, why are you starting a field fire? I go, don't even worry about it. So she pulls over to the car. I jump out and I light the checks on fire. So I destroy one set of evidence right there. And I watch it all burn up. And she's like, why did you have a deposit bag? And what are you out there burning? I said, listen, don't trip, potato chip. I got this under control. Then I tell her, hey, we got to drive over here to a Walmart because I need to do some more stuff. So we get over to the Walmart. I get into the Walmart. I take the checks out of the bag and I flush the rest of the checks out of the deposit bag.
So I know that I'm probably not the only person who has noticed so far that you currently have lost part of the wages from your robbery incident. So I hope it was worth it.
Oh, 100%. How's that song go? 100 bad days make 100 great stories. I got stories for days. Okay, so there I am, right?
So worth the stress. I like stress.
There I is.
Stressed.
I get back into the car, and now she wants me to explain her myself. She's got tears coming down her face, and she's looking at me, and she says, "Did you rob the pizza place?"
Did you rob
I don't know.
it? It wasn't me.
I don't know what you saw. Now
I don't
keep
know
in
what
mind.
you saw. There's no tape, so there's no proof.
Now keep in mind. This was before the day and age where people would have camera phones and start recording every little tiny thing that they see. We didn't have that back then. Now, she goes on home. I goes on home.
Happy
I'm back to
riding
happy.
into the sunset.
I'm back to being happy. Everything's good. Monday morning comes.
It's like it never happened, right?
Right.
Never happened. Everything's fine.
Now, Monday morning comes. I'm a little nervous. I'm a little shaken up, but I'm okay. Why? I didn't do anything. My handprints will not be on the safe. Anywhere on it. I was cool. I'm not the one who put the key inside the safe. I'm good.
He's
No
fine.
evidence.
He's fine.
No tapes. No nothing.
He's fine. The smell of burned plastic is faded into the distance. Just faded.
So now,
Dun, dun, dun.
I get a phone call. 12 in the afternoon saying, "We've been robbed." I said, "Okay.
Cool.
By who?" They said, "We don't know yet, but we need you to come in because we need you to talk to someone." Yeah, no problem. I told my sister at the time, who I was living with, "Hey, I gotta go. Somebody robbed the pizza joint." She goes, "Well, who robbed the pizza joint?"
You gotta show him Thug T, because that's who robbed him. Thug T.
So she asked, "Well, who robbed the pizza joint?" I said, "Well, I did." Because I know this sister would have never told a soul. She looked at me, eyes all wide, she goes, "Good luck." So I cruise on down. They have loss prevention there, right? Loss prevention. I pull up, loss
You're
prevention.
real good at preventing
Oh,
loss.
this guy was a joke. He was a hack job all within inside of itself. So I pull up, right? What time is it? I pull up, right?
11:28.
And loss prevention guy comes out and starts questioning me. "Who are you? Where do you live?" You know, just all the basic questions. And then he starts asking all the tough questions. "What were you doing last night? Who's the one who took the money?" Well, bottom line is,
I was making pizza.
that's what I told him. I was over there on the pizza table making hot readies, fresh out the door. You know what's going on. I was out there making the pizzas.
I was restocking drinks.
I was come on, you know
Taking
what
money.
I was not taking anybody's money. And then he says to me, "Oh no, it's cool. It's cool. We'll just review the tape." I said, "All right, check out the tape then."
You should have been like, what tape?
And then this dude starts saying, "Well, how do you think that the church members, what are the church members going to think about this?" And I said, "I don't know what the church members are going to think about it. I don't know." And that's when he was like, "You're guilty. I know you did it." And I was like, "What makes you think that I did it?" "Because you're the one who brought up church." And I was like, "Dude, you brought up church."
Wait, how did he know you went to church?
Who doesn't? So he says, "Don't leave the state. Cops are coming. You could go home if you want to." I was like, "Well, deuces, dude. I'm out skis."
Got video games to play.
Yeah. That's it.
I'm gonna go make pizzas.
I have Halo to play. So I cruise on back home, and I tell my sister everything that the loss prevention guy had to say. Okay. So then she tells me, "Well, understand the police are going to be involved. They're going to come and get you, and then they're going to interrogate you." I was like, "Well, I didn't do it, so I don't know what they're talking about." You all right?
I'm alright. I'm making it.
You sure?
That drink is horrible.
Well, quit drinking it.
I don't have another one.
Oh. So I get a phone call. Loss prevention guy. "We need you back down here." No sweat. I cruise on down there. As soon as I make it onto their property, undercover comes out and says, "We need you to turn around." I said, "For what?" We need you to turn around. Okay, so I turn around. I get arrested on the spot.
Handcuffs.
Locked up.
Done.
Now, keep in mind, when I was headed back down there, I called up Chris. I said, listen, dude, it's going down. He goes, I know. I said, you remember what we committed? Keep your mouth shut. He says, I'm cool. He said, you cool? I said, I'm cool too.
It's going down for real.
Yeah, it went down for real. So now I'm in the back of the car, and these two cops are like, listen, we know you did it. We know you did it. I said, I don't know what you're talking about. So there I am. In a little itty bitty space, a little itty bitty room. I got a tree sitting in front of me, a table right here beside me, a power plug right there. I plug in my phone to charge it up, so that way I can communicate with my sister.
Did you bring the charger with you, or they
Yeah.
provide it?
No, I brought it with me.
You carry a charger with you?
And who doesn't carry a charger with them? You know, everybody has a
I have
phone
a person.
charger.
I don't even carry one of those.
No wonder your phone's always dead. Okay. First cop comes in. Nice guy.
Good cop or bad cop?
Oh, no, a total good cop, bad cop.
Oh my word, that's real?
Oh, yeah,
No
100%.
way.
It was stupid. This guy comes in and says, okay, Mr. Martinez.
I'm ready.
We gotta edit that out. We know that you did it. And I said, hey, I don't know what you're talking about. He said, we just need you to write out a statement. I said, write out a statement about what? What you saw. I said, I was making pizzas. That's all I saw. Was pizzas all night. I don't know what you're talking about. They said, all right. Walks out, leaves the paper on the table.
Uh-oh.
10 minutes later, backup comes in. Wigging out. We got all the proof. We got a witness statement. We got this. We got that. I said, all right. What evidence do you have? We got the tape. And he's got a VHS cassette tape in his hand.
That's funny.
Not good. Not good at all. So he's waving the tape at me, screaming at me, we have you on tape. And I flat out looked at the guy and said, hey, calm down. Let me see the tape. Will in that TV play the tape. We don't got to show you nothing. We already have the proof. And in the back of my head, I'm thinking, you ain't got no proof. I made sure there was no cassette tape in there.
What if they would have had like a secret videotape recorder from another angle?
Oh no, we made sure. We made sure. So then he comes in.
You should have told them to pop the popcorn.
So then he comes back in. It says, listen, we have a witness who witnessed you do this.
Uh-oh.
I said, witnessing me what? He said, the witness was there while you were overlooking the person who's taking the money out of the safe. That's what we just saw on the camera, and that's what we're telling the judge. All right, well, let me hear the witness say it. We don't have to do anything. Oh, okay, fine. Don't do anything.
A witness?
There wasn't no witnesses. And then I hear Chris's voice.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
No.
Oh yeah. Chris started getting loud. Why don't you go ask him who did it?
Oh,
Why don't
no.
you go ask him who did it? Yeah, he was there. Go ask him.
Oh no.
And all I'm thinking is, dude, you open up your mouth. Great. Now we're both going down. Dude comes in. Says, now we have a written statement from Chris saying that you're the ringleader, that you're the one that planned this, you're the mastermind behind it all. He's waving this piece of paper in his hand. We have a written confession. And I flat out looked at him and said, all right.
Let me read it.
Let me read it. We don't have to let you read anything.
Is that true?
100%.
Do they have to? They don't have to let you read it?
Yeah, they have to. They have to show you whatever evidence that they have against you. They have to show you the tape. They have to let you read any
They
statement.
sneaky.
Oh, they're stupid. So they go back to Chris, and they hit him and they push on him some more. Give us the name. Tell us the name. And all he kept saying is, go ask him for yourself. Go ask him. Who is the him? And all he kept saying was, go ask him yourself. And by that time, when I kept hearing that, blood pressure came down. I thought, this guy's a soldier. He manned up. Oh, yeah, you better believe it. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
He manned up.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so there it was, okay? These two officers come back into the room and they look me dead in the face and say, you don't worry about nothing. We have all the evidence that we need against you. Just, if you will confess right now.
Why do they need a confession then?
Because they're stupid. Right now, we will make sure you don't do the maximum time. I said, listen, dude, sounds like to me you already have your guy. Just let me go.
Let's go find him.
They walk me out to the elevator. And I got a big old grin on my face. Why? Because I got $2,000 in my pocket.
Did you really have it in your pocket at the time?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, my word.
Oh, yeah. Was it? I mean, $2,000 really isn't all that much. But I'm $2,000 richer.
But not any checks, Richard.
No, you got to get rid of the evidence. As we're standing in the elevator, okay? We're standing in the elevator, and this elevator goes down. I have the two officers right here in front of me. The doors open up. They both look me dead in the face, and the tough one said, listen, dude, I know you did it. I just can't prove it. And I went like this. Maybe I did. Maybe I didn't, but I don't know who did. And I stood my little stuff on out that door.